My first introduction into the world of spirituality and self-healing and you create your own reality was the law of attraction. And then I started trying so hard to use the law of attraction to make my life better. And what ended up happening was I developed chronic fatigue, chronic anxiety, and just a lot of health issues. And so then I started trying to use the law of attraction to heal my body and heal those health issues. And so what was going on was I was here and I was trying to manifest my life to here. I felt like here wasn't good enough, here was better. And I was trying so hard to get here. And so I was activating the fight or flight response in my body and flooding my system with cortisol and stress, which was making me sick, making me develop chronic anxiety because I'm like, I need to get over here. Chronic fatigue because I'm exhausted from trying so hard to get over here. What I didn't fully understand was that there is only the present moment. The future doesn't exist. It might seem like it does, but really and truly it doesn't. There is only this exact moment, and everything is responding to the state of being that you're in. And so my state of being was one of like trying, fighting, efforting. And so I was getting sick, and the future was constantly just more trying, fighting, efforting. And what I didn't fully realize is when I would imagine the future and me having all of those things and the perfect vibrant health and all the money and the dream job and the relationship, all of the things, it was like watching a movie in my head, only there was this different version of me. And she was amazing and I wanted to be her. And so really I was trying to manifest all these things, but really what I was just trying to manifest was that version of me and me being her. And she seemed like she was just like, she's easeful and she's like really focused and she's really passionate and she's responsible, but she's still the life of the party. And she travels and she's adventurous and she's spontaneous. It was like this whole character that I was like trying to be. And I didn't realize that I could just step into that way of being. Like, okay, how would I be holding myself if I were her? How relaxed would I be? How fluid? How carefree? Would things bother me? Would they not? What would I be putting my focus into? What would I be doing if I were that version of her? Because it's not the whole, once I have those things, I'll do the things and then I'll be her. It's I become her, I become that version of her, and then I do the things that she does, and then I have the things that she has. If you watch Grey's Anatomy, there's an episode in season 4, Meredith always does her monologues at the beginning and the end. And in this episode, she says, there's this person in my head. She is brilliant, capable. She can do chest tubes and craniums. She can run a code without freaking out. She's a really good surgeon, maybe even a great surgeon. She's me, only so much better. And then at the end of the episode, she says, there was a moment when I thought, I can't do this alone. But I closed my eyes and imagined myself doing it, and I did. I blocked out the fear and I did it. And that episode is called The Becoming. And it's that exact same thing. There is this version of you in your head and you think she's amazing. And you think once you have all the things that she has, then you will be that version. But it's about becoming that version because you have access to that in the here and the now. Everything that you want, just get to the energetics underneath of it. I want to feel the freedom and the ease and the passion. And I want to be that version of myself. It's not about the things ever. There is a book called The Inner Game of Tennis by Timothy Galway. I found out about this book on Dr. Kim Duramo's podcast. And he talks about how there is self 1 and self 2, small self and higher self. And self 2 knows exactly how to hit the tennis ball in, has seen it done, knows what it's doing. But self 1 is always getting in the way and like, hold your hand like this, wait for the ball, swing through, oh, not like that, and interfering with self 2's process. And self 2 is just waiting for you to trust it. And so he reaches this point where he's like, show me how you want to be hitting the ball. And they're like, well, I want to be hitting it like this. And they just start whacking it in and the ball is just sailing in every single time. And it's the exact same thing with life. How do I want to be? I want to be like this. And tuning into that highest way of being that is always readily available to you. Because it's not anything that you want to manifest other than that way of being, that version of you that exists in your head, and she is always available to you. So instead of trying to manifest things and trying to get there and efforting your way forward, how do I want to be being? What do I want to be like? And access her.